We all like heroes, right? That's a given. But what about villains? They can be likable and enjoyable to watch or read about just as much as a hero, right? That is why for today we will be talking about the top 10 manhwa with a villain main character. So, before we start, be sure to hit the subscribe button and press on that bell icon to keep yourself notified of all our latest new content. And beware for the following spoilers. Coming in at number 10 is I Grow Stronger by Eating. This guy has the unique ability of Iron Stomach, the strength to eat anything no matter how exotic and digest it easily. What's more though is the fact that he can attain characteristics of what he eats. Like for example, thanks to his job as a poacher and buying exotic animals and eating them, he became known by the alias of Pet Shop. What no one knows though is why he does it. Let's say he eats a shark and a hippo. This allows him to use these animals' characteristics and transform parts of his body into those animals, replacing his face with that of a wolf or tiger, even a hippo. With the teeth of a shark, the options are limitless. Or so he thought. Until he was transported to a mystical world of beasts and monsters found only in the fantasy books. Ogres, trolls, lizard men, even dragons. All those became a part of his new diet. And with each one consumed, he grows stronger. Coming in at number 9 is Villain to Kill. S-rank hero, or Psyker, as they are called, dies a gruesome death in a 3 versus 1 plot to kill him, and his mentor framing him for all of it. As he dies, the necklace given to him by his mentor reacts and revives him in the body of a younger, different boy, in the same world still, but this time, instead of having the abilities of a Psyker, or a Son of the Day, he is a villain, a Son of the Night, ruled only by emotion. A villain is someone given powers that was consumed by it, and its evil emotions, any desires. He even displays that, as he almost loses himself in his rage beating up another villain while rescuing 2 hostages. Now he seeks to learn how to use his new abilities and body, while seeking revenge on those that killed him. Coming in at number 8 is Worn and Torn Newbie. 35 years old, fallen into debt by taking from loan sharks for the Deus Ex Machina game, this character tries his best to cover his losses by creating a legendary sword and synthesizing it. He reaches +8, which is miraculous all on its own, but then gets cocky and goes for a +9. The weapon then shatters and he loses everything. The loan sharks now are going to crucify him and he is in deep shit. Falling into despair, the next thing he knows is that he is back in time, 15 years back to his 20s when the game first released. At first, he thinks he is dreaming, but later on decides to enter the newly created game back then, and dominate the levels from the beginner tower, discovering all its secrets even though, in his previous timeline, it took him years and clearing the floors in exponential record time as well. The real fun starts when he reaches the first city where he dominates the dungeons, and monopolizes the prizes, selling them in auctions, and gaining a wealth for himself. He even gets revenge on the loan sharks that ruined his life back then. Coming in at number 7 is I Reincarnated as the Crazed Heir. What is worse? Dying or reincarnating in the body of someone who is useless and has the worst reputation ever? This main character definitely knows the answer once the prestigious first son of Murim dies to the ploys of evil men and their politics through poison, only to reincarnate into the body of the demon cult Small One. It means prince or second in command. He wakes up in the dungeon with ore pellets that will last him for years of training in the secret arts inscribed and drawn on the walls. In his isolation, after mastering the skills, he declares this ancient one to be his true master and teacher, without even realizing that he swore allegiance to the heavenly lord of the demon sect. As the prince with the worst reputation possible, he tries now to find ways to make amends to this arrogant prince's wrongdoings, in hope of fixing his reputation even just a little bit. Coming in at number 6 is Hoarding in Hell. When it comes to the world building and the way dungeons work in this world, all I am reminded of is the amazing solo leveling manhwa. In a similar manner, dungeons appeared out of nowhere and people became awakened, gaining powers and abilities. Those unfortunate, though, remained human and had to fight for scraps in mundane jobs like this main character. However, with the death of his father, this guy's life changed and took a 180. His father's will included a keystone that teleports him to secret dungeons that only he knows of, and with each quest he completes, he gains more powers and skills. At first he died instantly, surviving 30 seconds time after time after time. The Hell difficulty dungeon got the best out of him, and everything there practically one-shot him. Growing tired of dying over and over, he dominates this dungeon and subdues it to his will, turning it from an impossible place to live or fight in into his own personal training grounds. This was no easy job though, and this guy is not the heroic type of person at all. As you will soon find out, he uses underhanded tactics, even steals points from his supposed teammates in earning the favor of evil gods that are interested in him. The story is quite captivating as well, and the animations are top-notch. Definitely worth checking out. I am actually reading it myself right now. Coming in at number 5, Hero has returned. Have you ever wondered what happens after an isekai hero returns to his world? Well, this guy found out what happened. His life? Ruined. His family? Dead. His school life is just over, and his social life? Just destroyed. This manhwa addresses this case scenario, and I gotta tell you, it's ugly. It's ugly as hell. He returns home only to find that he lost everything just after saving a complete world beforehand. The hero of the sword falls into despair and depression, and decides that everyone should feel his pain as well. And just like that, with one swing from his sword, he erases a whole city. Caught up in the middle of it is the main character who, thanks to the sword hero killing his family, and him later on becomes the spear hero and returns to Earth for the sole purpose of impaling the sword hero on one of his spears, avenging everyone he killed, including his family, especially his baby sister. He is no hero, he is only an instrument of revenge. Who will win in this war, the sword or the spear? Coming in at number 4, I am the fated villain. He is flung into the consciousness of a game villain whose only purpose is to be a rival and an obstacle for the main character to defeat and get the girl. However, screw that, he won't be a pawn in this game. He will create his own system and control his own life through his actions that will ruin the life of the main character or the hero of luck through his actions. He will cause the hero to lose luck points while he gains them from him. The villain part actually suits him as he is conniving and sly in his approach to everything, and he practically enjoys messing with the hero of luck. Coming in at number 3, How to Live as a Villain. He wakes up in a room with 3 others and they all face one test to either kill the zombies, survive the waves, or be the last living person. You might think that teamwork is the key here, right? If they wish to survive, they have to work together as one. Well, this main character didn't get the memo and he doesn't believe in teamwork. Instead, he decides to kill off all who was in the room with him, becoming the sole survivor, earning himself the title of traitor. Transported to the new world, they are told that the winner will become a god, and this man is ready to go to any extent for that goal, whether it is lying, manipulating, or even poisoning and sacrificing his own party. The sky's the limit with this guy when it comes to underhanded and pure villainous tactics, which makes him unpredictable and dangerous. Coming in at number 2 is the return of the crazy demon. He spent his whole life honing his martial arts skills, only to die, hunted down like some animal in his desperation. He eats a heavenly pearl containing many souls and is reincarnated back when he was in his 20s. Now, he will do everything wrong, the correct way. Starting off with gaining back his martial arts skills to him, gaining power and influence over his province, thanks to his unbeatable skills and powers. The crazed demon is back to his rampage of slaughter, but this time he has a purpose and a goal. I hope you guys are already this far into the list, and since you're enjoying it, I would like to turn your attention to our other manhwa related videos. They are all as good as this one, and will be put down in the description down below, as well as to remind you to join our premium subscription to enjoy our premium content. And if for any reason, like country rules or something else, you can't join, there is always our Patreon that is posting the same content as well that you can check. And with that said, let's get back right into it. And number 1 goes to Regressor Instruction Manual. They wake up in a pyramid-like structure with no idea where they are. Each one is given a weapon, beginning stats, and traits. The main character sadly though has the worst stats out of everyone, with the skill of Mind's Eye to spy into other players' status windows. He will use anyone and anything to ensure his survival, even against all odds, and his shitty stats. He is a master manipulator and is ready to stoop down to any level of low if it ensures his survival and benefits him in the long run. Nothing is forbidden. With this guy, everything is permitted. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I had fun making it for you. I would appreciate it if you guys would like, subscribe, comment down below, and press on that bell icon to keep yourself notified of all our latest new content. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.